What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live session here. I'm CryptoNinja, and I will be going over the most important charts today, and obviously the heating topic of Seal and Runestone. Okay, so there is a lot of content that I'm going to be covering in this session, so make sure you guys do join until the end. And obviously, we're going to speak about the halving because the halving is within 14 days from today, and I want to show you the most important chart that we got over here. Okay. So when you look at this data right now, you can see that it is showing the data of Bitcoin price action since 2013. Okay, so 2013 we had that massive run up, and you can see over here, whenever price closes above this blue line over here on the monthly time frame, you can see we have that massive exponential push, and that's exactly what we're getting right now. Okay, so if you look over here, this is the monthly closure, and we closed above this level. Okay, so what my targets for Bitcoin right now are quite high of 83,000. We could surpass that, but I want to show you guys the chart that we actually did just break out on Bitcoin, and this is the prediction what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so when you're looking at this chart, you can see Bitcoin was trading within this level since the 6th of March, right? So we had this low over here at 61K, and then we had a high of 73K. Okay, so right now we actually broke out on the 4-hour, and now we are looking really, really strong here. So if you guys didn't actually catch this breakout, what I'm looking at is a potential pullback here back down to this level, maybe back to 70,800, and then I'll be looking to place another long order and TPs around about 83K. Okay, so right now the chart's looking really, really strong. You can see we broke out of this triangle, and normally when we see a breakout of these types of triangles, we see a massive, massive run up to the highs, and you can see that the target is around about 83K, which is a Fibonacci level. So Bitcoin looking really, really strong. And the thing is, right now, this is pre-halving, right? Normally we do see a massive 20 to 30% dump before the halving, but in the last session we actually spoke about how this cycle is a little bit different to the previous cycles. Okay, so right now we might see a push up before the halving, and then we come all the way back down. Okay, so overall, I mean, Bitcoin's looking really, really strong here, even on the short term. Because if you look at the daily time frame, we may be closing above this level here, and if we close above 73K on the daily time frame, it's going to be really, really strong, and we probably will see quite a nice push back up to 80 to 83K. Okay, so right now looking really, really strong, and I want to speak about the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Okay, because you have to look at this chart because we want to know when the altcoins are going to start popping. Okay, so obviously we do have a few coins that have been doing really, really well, but Ethereum is still at support here. So we've obviously seen Bitcoin having massive, massive volatility, whilst most other coins are kind of just sitting and not really doing much. Okay, so when you're looking at this chart, this is a correlation between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, so right now you can see that Ethereum is sitting at support, right? If you look at the weekly time frame, this is your key support for Ethereum right now, and what is happening is we are holding this key level. Okay, so we are holding this key level, and when this starts to pump, we're going to see Ethereum start pumping really, really hard, because it is relatively weak. Because if you think about it, Bitcoin's at all-time high basically right now. Okay, and Ethereum still has so much room here. 4,000, we still have another 12%, whereas Bitcoin, it only has, what is this? It only has 2%, right? So this chart right now for Ethereum to Bitcoin, we need to see this start to move. Otherwise, we are not going to see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin before the halving. Okay, so right now I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on most coins, but the thing is, we need this to pump from the current level. And what we're going to see happen now is we're going to see a potential bounce, break of this trend line, retest, and that's when we're going to see that massive, massive run up. Okay, so overall, market's looking really, really healthy, but we may only see this breakout after the halving. And what I'm expecting here is Ethereum's going to bounce to Bitcoin, it's going to come up to this trend line. Whilst the halving happens, we see a dump back down to this level, and then we see a push up. Okay, so that is a potential that I'm looking at right now for Ethereum to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is just looking really, really, really strong here. Okay, so that is something to look at. And then also Ethereum, I was looking at, if you look at Ethereum chart, we did create a nice double bottom pattern over here, which is where we got quite a nice push up. But I actually had a limit order set for around about 31,035. I mean, 3,135. And this level was the key level that I was looking at for a potential move. Okay, but we didn't actually get that low. We actually just created a nice double bottom here, and we had a nice push up. Okay, so yeah, for Ethereum, we kind of just have to wait for price to break this level here. Okay, so this level here at 36.80, we need price to take out these highs. Once we see price take out these highs, then we're going to see a nice move back up to 4K. But right now we are just at resistance. We can't really do much. This box right over here is going to be your resistance, right? So we need to somehow break through this level, and that is when I'm going to be taking a long for Ethereum. Okay, but right now we at resistance. We can't take longs. We're waiting for Bitcoin to pull back, right? Wait for Bitcoin to pull back. Once Bitcoin pulls back, then you can start looking for opportunities within Ethereum and all the altcoins, because right now we are seeing a small little pullback, but obviously still really, really bullish here. And that is something that I am looking at right now. Okay, so if Bitcoin does manage to come back down here, which it looks like it is doing, we are gonna open up a long position at this level here at 70,600. Okay, 70,600 is the key zone here for Bitcoin. We'll be opening up along at that zone. Okay, then with Ethereum, same thing. If Ethereum comes back down, we will be looking to open up another long here for Ethereum at 3,500. Okay, which is your support. Okay, so there are a couple setups that I'm looking at right now, and you can see on the chart looking really, really healthy, but we are at resistance, right? We can't take a long at resistance. We have to wait for either resistance to hold, or we wait for price to break through the resistance, wait for a retest, and look for a potential long, right? So how that will look, it would look like something like this, right? We break this level here, we come back down, take a long back up to these highs. Okay, but this might not even happen now, right? This might not even happen right now, but we obviously still have the whole week. It's only Monday. Okay, so the whole week we may see a nice push. I mean, this move right now is looking really, really good, and it's interesting that it's happening here before the halving here, and you can see that every chart before the halving we do see a little bit of a push up, and then we see that pullback, and then we see that massive run up. Okay, so yeah, right now looking really, really healthy, and obviously really, really bullish on the short term. Okay, so if you look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, this is also something you guys have to make sure that you're looking at, because essentially this chart right here is going to show you what is happening with the total market cap. Where's the money flowing into? And you can see right now the money is flowing into this. It's starting to look like Bitcoin dominance is starting to come down a bit, right? This weekly candle just opened up, and it is holding that 1.145 level. So if price holds this level here, we're going to see a massive move here for Ethereum, for the altcoins. I'm going to speak about a few coins like 𝗚𝗟𝗏 and SAT within the next couple of minutes here. But if the total market cap here, total 2, holds this key level, we're going to see a massive move. Okay, because right now, we are currently at support. We are obviously bouncing from support, but looking really, really healthy here for the total market cap. So yeah, overall looking good. If price breaks above 1.247, we are going to see a massive move here, and I'm expecting price to hit 1.6 trillion, maybe before the halving, but I would expect maybe just after the halving, once we see that dump that a lot of people are waiting for, right? A lot of people are waiting for a pullback, And yeah, obviously, if you guys are in profits at these levels, there is certain, you should be looking at your portfolio and looking at, okay, do I need to start taking some profits off the table, or do I just wait until we get the next pullback and add to that? But yeah, looking really, really healthy here for the total market cap. And yeah, that is something that I'm looking at. And make sure you guys do look at this chart, because this chart does show you really, really strong levels, and you shouldn't really ignore this, right? Make sure you guys do watch out for this, okay? The next chart I want to show you guys is going to be sats. Okay, so obviously we do have a few things that I want to speak about sats within the next couple of minutes. You can see that their seal, they actually have a whole product line here on sats, and you can see you can buy them over here. And this is why we are going to see a potential move for sats within the next coming hours here. Okay, maybe within the next day, but this is really, really bullish. You can see that if you check on their Twitter, the seal over here, it's the first DEX on RGB, and I will explain what RGB is. But overall, you can see that the first RGB plus asset seal market cap has soared beyond 100 Bitcoin, 1,000 Bitcoin within 5 days, which is absolutely massive. And you can see you do have to use sats to purchase these types of seals. Okay, so have a look here. The total supply is 21 million. You can see that we will be going over what this entails, but sats I do think has huge potential here, guys. sats is looking really, really strong. We broke this downtrend. I was looking at this downtrend within the last couple of days, and now we have broken above here. Okay, so sats to me looks like a really, really good pick at the current price, actually. So if you guys are looking for a potential move here for sats, I would be waiting for a nice push back up to these highs. Okay, so we have a level right over here at 0.5550056. If price takes out these highs, then I will be taking a long here for sats, because the thing is, this whole seal system, which is what the RGB, I will be going over what it entails just now, but this is what's going to push sats to the new highs, because now, instead of it just being this meme token, it does have a really, really unique utility function, which is obviously really, really bullish here, guys. So sats looking really, really strong. Make sure you guys don't miss this opportunity, because I do think that it's going to have a nice run up here. So have a look. Sats potential move is around about 10% from the current price, and you can see that we've had a pullback right now, right? So if you look on the 1 hour time frame, we've had quite a nice pullback here. If you take the Fibonacci level here, we can see that we are bouncing within the 0.5 level. Okay, so this potential level, we could see a potential long here for sats, to be honest with you guys, back up to the highs, which is what I'll be looking at right now. Stop loss just below these lows here, which is quite a nice risk to reward. Right? Our risk to reward on this trade would only be around about 1.5. Okay, so you're not risking much, and your reward is around about 9%. Okay, so sats looks really, really good here for long. I will be looking at this within the next couple minutes here, so we'll go back to this chart to have a look and see how this next 30-minute candle closes, because right now we are currently holding this level. Okay, so what I want to see happen is I want to see price take out these highs. Okay, so because once price takes out these highs, then I'll be like, okay, price is probably going to be closing above this level, and then we're going to see a push back up to this high right over here at 0.005306. And once we take out that, we should see a push back up to this level that I've highlighted within the chart right now. So sats looking absolutely bullish. I wouldn't sleep on this trade, because this setup, you could potentially gain quite a lot here within this trade. Okay, so make sure you guys do check out this. We will be taking this setup within this live stream, so make sure you guys do stay until the end here. But overall, looking really, really strong. Yeah, so that's sats. Do want to quickly go back to Ethereum here to see what's happening, but Ethereum is looking like really, really strong here as well. So like I said in the beginning, you can see that we are looking really, really good here. And what I would expect for Ethereum is we had a nice 50-minute candle here. I'm waiting for price to close above resistance, because if we had to take a long right now, it wouldn't be safe, because you are at this resistance, right? So like I said, we do need this to start pushing up as well, the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Once we see a nice push here, it's looking really, really good anyway. But overall, yeah, have a look at the 15 minutes here. The 15 minutes looking good. So Bitcoin must be, yeah, Bitcoin's struggling here and Ethereum starting to push up. So this chart is obviously giving us indication that we are bouncing, and also the total 3, which is what you have to look at in order to trade altcoin. Because if this chart starts dumping, then Bitcoin dominance starts to pump, and we see Bitcoin start moving a lot higher, right? So you can see within the last couple of hours, even within this morning, right, 10:45, we had a massive push here for this the total market cap, and that is why we saw most of these altcoins start looking really, really strong. So looking really, really good at the moment for total 3. Okay, so Sats looks good here, guys. We are going to be taking a long once we break above these highs, like I told you. So we will come back to this chart just now. And then the next chart I want to go over is obviously 𝗁𝗓 here. I actually did open up along just now before the live stream for 𝗁𝗓. And the reason why I did is just look how beautiful this chart is, right? Have a look at the 4-hour time frame and look at what it's doing. Okay, so currently with 𝗁𝗓, I mean, if you want to look at this setup, and if you trade futures on the 4-hour or even the lower time frames, this type of trade is a trade that most people would take, just based on how it looks and obviously how it's respecting certain levels. Okay, so if you look at this level, you can see right now that we have been trading in this box right over here since, well, we obviously broke below and then retested, but since we started this box on 28th of Feb, you can see right now we have started closing back above, and now we are retesting this low at 73.22, and then we are looking for a push up here for 𝗁𝗓. Okay, so 𝗁𝗓 is looking really, really strong here, guys. I did take a long here for 𝗁𝗓 because of how the chart is looking. And if you have a look at the lower time frames, because obviously I just went over the 4-hour, and the 4-hour is telling us that it's really, really strong here. That the 1-hour time frame, if you take the Fibonacci from the low to the high, okay, so you take the fib from the low to the high, we have retested the 0.618 and then also the 0.5, and look how the 1-hour candle closed prior, right? The 1-hour candle closed with a beautiful bottom wick here, and this is why I did take a long back up to this high over here at around about 83.578. Okay, have a look at 83.578. Why would I look at that? Because that is your range high. Okay, so 𝗁𝗓 was trading in the range right now, and we have been respecting this level right over here. Okay, and right now I've entered along back up to these highs, and the stop loss just below this low over here at 74.1. That is going to be the stop loss, because that is your previous low. Okay, so when I trade futures, I normally put my stop loss below certain levels, and the reason why I put it below that low is because that is going to be the level that if price closes back below there, we're going to see a reversal back down to support. Okay, so make sure you guys do understand that when you put a stop loss, it has to be at a level that makes sense on the chart. Okay, so for me that makes sense, and that is why I did take the setup here for 𝗁𝗓. Okay, so yeah, looking really good, really good here for 𝗁𝗓. I would expect price to just carry on to the upside within the next couple of hours here. We'll obviously monitor the setup, and obviously just waiting for this Sats trade right now. Okay, so let's see what happens here. But overall, market's looking really, really clean. I don't really see any other setups, but the main talk, the main point of this live stream today is going to be about the halving. Okay, so if you guys did just join, we spoke about a little bit about this chart in the beginning of the live stream, And what it looks like is whenever price closes above this level here, you can see on the monthly time frame, okay? So this is the 1 month time frame, okay? So this is important to understand what this means, okay? So whenever we close above this level here, this blue line, we normally see a massive move, okay? So this is before the halving, okay? So you can see 2017 we closed above, we created that bottom wick and we had a massive push for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. 7 months we had a massive push, and then even over here, same with 2020, we had that closure 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we had a dump 1, 2, 3 up, and that is exactly the same pattern that's happening right now. This monthly candle did close above this level, and it's looking really strong. And that is why, if you guys did just join, my target is going to be 83K for Bitcoin here. So you can see that when you trade, you kind of have to look at the charts and be like, okay, especially when price is consolidating. So Bitcoin was consolidating, right? And this is why I didn't really know where price was going, but I had to wait for price to close above this key level or close below this key level, okay? So I was looking for two setups, right? I was looking for price to close below and then close above, and right now we're closing above, okay? So the thing is, we haven't as of yet retested this trend line, okay? So whenever you get a breakout, what normally happens is you normally retest the prior trend line, which is why I am waiting for Bitcoin to come back down to this zone where I'll be looking to long this back up to these highs, okay? So, I mean, looking really strong, to be honest, guys. I do think that we're going to see a lot more volume within Asian session. So, I mean, with the New York session, which is happening within the next 7 minutes here. So what I'm going to do is, before I go through some of the most important topics that I will speak about in this live, like the Runestone token, which is obviously, this NFT is looking really strong, guys. You can see that, the airdrops have been out. And the thing is, look at the floor price. The floor price is quite high, but this is bigger than the 𝗵𝗵𝗡 yacht club. And I will speak about what this entails just now. And then obviously I want to speak about the 𝗪𝗔𝗫 protocol, which is obviously a promising BTC expansion protocol. And I will explain why this is really strong and how this links to this token here, which is CKB, okay, which is a token that you can see right now on the daily chart has just been pumping so hard here, and that is because of this 𝗪𝗔𝗫 protocol and what is happening right now with this. Okay, so I just want to wait before I go through this. I just want to wait for the next couple minutes here. I want to wait for Bitcoin to close above this level here and see how this candle closes. But overall, market's looking really good here. And like I said, I will be taking a long here for sats once we close above this level here at 0.000516. Okay, if price doesn't close above this level, then I won't be taking that long. Same thing with Bitcoin. Price needs to come down and take out these lows here before I take a long. Okay, but if you guys do have any charts you want me to go over in this session, just put in the comments, and I will be able to go through that. I just want to wait for the next 6 minutes here, because I want to see how this candle closes for Bitcoin and obviously Sats and Audi, because like I said, we do have to wait for the next 15 minutes and obviously the 30-minute candle closure, because that is going to tell us what's going to happen. And also, we are going to be looking at some New York volume here. So I did take that long for Audi, and let's see how this plays out. Stop loss just below these lows here, and then obviously Sats just waiting for price to break the highs as well. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. But overall, looking really strong here, guys. Looking really good. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the current market. Obviously, really strong market. The conditions here, we had a massive weekly candle closure. So this obviously is really bullish. If you look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, have a look here. So you can see on the weekly time frame, it did actually close with the hammer, right? So that's obviously it's quite bearish, but we already created that bottom wick and we're looking really strong here. So, if we do start closing back above, 73, which is what I spoke about just now on the weekly time frame, we're going to see huge levels here. I mean, look at this, right? The previous high for Bitcoin at 66,300, we broke above that and took that out, right? We took that out straight away. So like 83 to 90K isn't a stretch for Bitcoin, yeah. It isn't a stretch, and I do think that a lot of people are looking and waiting for Bitcoin to dump before the halving. But I just don't think that's going to happen, because right now the chart is telling us that we are looking bullish. We are going to go up. I don't think that we're going to see that pullback before the halving. Okay. So we do have to just be patient here and wait to see what happens. And that is why we will be waiting for the next 30 minutes here. The next 4 minutes before the New York session opens here. Okay. So let's see how this plays out, but looking good. And like I said, when you guys do look at charts, you do need to make sure that you guys are correlating certain levels. Okay. So you can see that if you look at this chart right now, if you look at this chart right now for Bitcoin total market cap, sorry, not Bitcoin, this is excluding Bitcoin, you can see that we have broken above, and we do need to hold this level here for a massive move. Okay, so let's see what happens. Looking strong, looking good, and we do have to be patient here. So just be patient, okay? But before I come back to that, we can speak about the runestone, okay? So you can see that you do need to be on OKX here, and basically the runestone token NFT, you have to have OKX here to connect your wallet, okay? And you can see that you do have to buy it with Bitcoin, right? So what you have to do is you have to create an OKX account. I do have the link in the bio, in the description, that you can actually create an account with. You will get a bonus as well. So make sure you guys do use that link. And when you guys come here, you have to go in the NFT section. And what this token is, it's basically the runestone serves three main functions. Okay, so the first function would be the memorials of the dead, and then the second function is self-promotion, and then the third function is religious belief. So the memorial runestones were created for individuals who died for certain things, and you can see that you don't even know what this is. So if you add this to your cart, you don't even know what you're getting, but you can see that it's worth $5,732. Okay, so you do have to have more than 5K to actually purchase these NFTs, and you can see that they have over 112,000 items. There's 77,000 owners, and there's 0.59% listed. Okay, so there's not even a lot listed, which is obviously really bullish, and that is why a lot of people are buying these tokens, because these NFTs, because of the fact that there's only 0.59% listed. Okay, so there's not even, that's 0.5% of the whole supply. Okay, so I don't even think that they're going to be listing more than 1% within the next month. So a lot of people are looking at this NFT, but you do have to have more than 5K in your wallet to actually buy it. But you can use OKX. I don't think it's listed. It's only listed on OKX right now. So make sure you guys do look at this and do a bit more research on how to actually purchase it. But all you need to do is just connect your OKX wallet. It's very simple. You just connect it. You transfer Bitcoin to this wallet, and once you transfer, you can actually buy one of these NFTs. Okay, so yeah, it looks really good. You just need the extension. You can actually add it to Chrome. So it's basically just like a MetaMask with OKX. Very simple. So make sure you guys do use. I do have a description link within the description. Okay, so it looks really good. So while we wait for this, I just want to quickly go back to Ethereum and Bitcoin, because we are waiting for that closure, right? So once Bitcoin does close bullish here, I will be looking at a long, but this would only be at this level here at 70,500. Okay, 70,500 is the zone, and the reason why it's a zone is because this level is the retest of the previous high. Okay, so this trend line does need to get taken out. Okay, so because we closed above this trend line, we haven't as of yet seen a pullback, right? So once we start seeing a pullback, then I'll be looking at that long, but we haven't seen that yet. So let's see what happens. Okay, same thing with Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum is looking really, really good, but the problem with Ethereum is we are at a resistance. So in order for me to take a long for Ethereum, we have to close above resistance. And let's see what happens right now. We did get New York session open, so let's see how this holds. Let's see how this holds. Yeah, so New York just opened up right now, which means we get more volume. More people are placing trades right now. People are longing and shorting the market. People are buying and selling. So let's see what happens. But nothing notably worthy right now for us to see. But yeah, not much happening within the New York session. We just opened up, so I mean, obviously, we have to wait. But I do think that we are going to get quite a nice, healthy pullback. Then people are going to be looking to long Bitcoin within this level here at 70,600. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Same thing with Sats, right? Sats is pretty much the same setup. We had a pullback right now. Wait for price to break the highs. Once we break above these highs, we take a long to this level here at 0.005615. Okay, so looking really, really good here. Then for 𝗟𝗏, we did actually take that long, and we are still at current market price here. So we'll see how this closes. The 30-minute candle did not close well, to be honest with you. But as long as we hold 0.618, we should be bullish here for 𝗟𝗏. But I mean, every single chart is just looking really, really clean. But expect a small pullback before we carry on going higher here, okay? Because if you think about it, this is Monday, right? So on Monday, we normally see a nice pullback to create a bottom wick. Because if you look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, we haven't really created a steep wick, right? And this could just be a fake out. But the daily time frame, if the daily time frame closes like this, then it's going to be really, really bullish for Bitcoin here. And I would expect price to just continue higher. And that would obviously bring this chart here, the total two, back up to 1.24 trillion, which is really, really strong. And if you look at this chart, once we break this 1.24 trillion level, we are going to see a massive push back up to 1.6, which is that previous high of the bull market. Okay, and obviously, if we start getting back to those highs, then it's just clean, and we will see every single altcoin just pop. We probably will see all the new coins that are coming out, like we discussed in the last session, like the AI, like Render, for example, and then GRT, 𝗟𝗪𝗓𝗓. We're looking at this. We actually did buy a bit more in the last stream. I was speaking about, this was the last stream, right? This was on Friday. We were speaking about, okay, 𝗟𝗪𝗓𝗓's at support. Let's buy some right now, and if price comes a bit low, we'll add more. And you can see right now, from this entry that we did put on Friday, it's up around about 10% for AKRM. Then TAO, we're looking at that sell, but we didn't catch that. And then AIOZ, we were still waiting for the setup. I don't think that it's going to happen because the market's just been bullish, right? We're waiting for more of a pullback. RSS3, we did take that long as well for the spot. We did take this within Friday as well. So there was those two setups that we took on Friday. That is looking really, really good for the current market. Okay, so as long as Bitcoin stays healthy, right, we should be seeing quite a nice move here within the next couple of days. Okay, but we do have to just be vigilant and stay wary here, because the problem is not every single time we see a breakout like this at 71K, and we see a massive move. Okay, so we do know that 72,300, there are a lot of shorts that need to get liquidated, and that is what we had just now. Okay, so we liquidated all those shorts, but now is there enough buying pressure to carry on, or are people just going to carry on shorting from the top here? So once we start closing above 72,500, then we're going to see quite a nice push back up to 80K. Well, not back up to 80K because we've never been there, but we will see probably a push back up to around about 80K. So looking good here for Bitcoin, and then obviously Ethereum. So we do have to wait to see how these candles close. But right now, I don't really see any setup. We did speak about the setup for 𝗬𝗟𝗘, which is why we did take a long. And then SATs, we did see this, and we spoke about why SATs could potentially pump here. And it's basically based on this 𝗬𝗏, right? So this token is the first token on 𝗬𝗏 where this is the first, you can use SATs to buy this token here, and you can see that the price, the 24-hour change, is already at $3.53, which is 34% increase here. So it's really strong here. Look at the volume here. The volume is 6 million worth of Bitcoin. Okay, the market cap's already above 1,000 Bitcoin, which is really bullish, and the sales are at 478, which is crazy. 478 Bitcoin worth here. So look at this. You can see that if you had to buy this, it tells you the price right over there. So it costs around about 3,579, and at the beginning of when this got listed, right, when this token got listed, it was only at $0.6. Now it's at 3.57. Okay, so I mean, just look at this right now. You can see some at $4, some at 4.05, and all you need to do is just connect your wallet here. You can use OKX, Unisat, or Joe ID wallet. A lot of people are using OKX wallet because it's actually integrated in pretty much every single network. Okay, you can use it for Ethereum, you can use it for AVAX, you can use it for the Phantom ecosystem, you can use it for pretty much anything. Now you can use it for the SATs. Okay, so yeah, look at this. The marketplace is only for seal, which is why if you get in now, you have a very good opportunity to actually make a lot of money from this this token here, this project. Okay, you can see I haven't actually purchased here, but you can see that all these people are listing, and actually you can see a lot of people are buying and selling them, which is what a lot of people do, especially when a new project like this comes out and this is the only one on the ecosystem. Okay, so people are just trying to flip what they bought, but most of them do just go for 1,000. You can see someone sold for 100. You can actually see if you can try catch a nice sale here, because some people just buy and then they sell for a lot less. So make sure you guys do check this out. So I do think that this is going to push stats very high here, which is why we are looking for a long. Okay, I will wait for price to break out these highs and then take that long, which we spoke about in the beginning of the session. And then same thing with Bitcoin, just waiting for the setup for BTC. But yeah, currently not much else happening. I do think that we are going to see more of a push than expected, right? Because the thing is, right now on Bitcoin, nothing really is happening. Okay, so we normally see price consolidate a little bit within the New York session open, or we normally see a massive drop or massive pump. And right now we're just seeing a bit of a consolidation, but we do, and within London session, we did have this level here for Bitcoin at 70,500, which is why I was looking at a long at that zone. Okay, so make sure you guys do check this out. I will be taking the setup, but I won't be live for too much longer here because I was waiting for Bitcoin to take this low here, but we haven't really got that on the 30-minute. I do think that if you guys could just put a limit order here, which is what I'm going to do at 70,600, and then a stop loss just below this level here at 68,500, and then take profits would be these highs here. I'll probably first target 80,000 and then probably look at 83,000 for another level here for Bitcoin. But right now, just being patient. Same thing with Ethereum. Every coin's pretty much at resistance, so can't really do much. So just wait for those pullbacks, and once we get a pullback, then we can look at long, because right now I just don't see Bitcoin just pumping straight away. We do have to wait for that pullback that we're getting right now. Have a look here. So look at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is coming down to this low here, which is why I will be waiting for this setup. Okay, we'll see if we can get it within 4 minutes here. If not, then I will be posting all of these setups on Twitter. If you guys check out Twitter over here, if you check my profile, I do post the setups over here, and you can see that right over here I was checking out Bitcoin, and then also 𝗬𝗟𝗘, this was the setup you can see over here, and then 𝗕𝗘𝗟𝗢, all of my setups that I do post, GRT that I posted last week, same type of setup. And then right over here you can see all of the lives that I have been looking at are over here. Okay, so make sure you guys do check out the Twitter. A lot of potential updates I will be sharing on here. So every single day I do post a chart that I'm looking at, a trade setup that I'm looking at, and you can also come to TradingView. And if you guys do use TradingView, you can actually just follow my setups on TradingView also. My name is right over here, CryptoNinja123, and you can see that I do post all my setups, and you guys will be the first to get notified if you guys do like my setups. Okay, so basically just gonna wait for this candle here to close here in 2 minutes. But essentially, just Bitcoin is just looking really strong. If price closes like this, we probably will see more of a pullback back down to 70,600. But I mean, right now, it's just about being patient and seeing what can happen here. But nothing much really. Okay, so let's see what happens. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the market right now. Obviously, looking really strong. And the main thing is just to see how these candles close. I do think that Ethereum is going to reject here. The reason why I don't think we're gonna break straight through is because look to the left, right? What has happened to the left here? Okay, every single time price has tapped into the zone, we've had a rejection. Okay, and I don't think we're gonna just take out these highs right now. We're probably gonna do one of these, right, where we see price come down, come back up, and then we take out the highs. Okay, it's too early in the week, right? It's a Monday. Bitcoin's at all-time high pretty much. Ethereum's at a strong level. I don't think that we're gonna break out right now. I think we need a bit of news within the week to see a breakout, just to get some volume. But you never know what can happen. Obviously, everything's looking bullish, but the problem is everything's at resistance. So, I wouldn't be taking longs right now for Ethereum and Bitcoin. Obviously, we are looking at that long for Bitcoin, but it's still, still a long way away. Right? We have to wait for price to drop another 1%. Okay, so yeah, you can't just take a long for Bitcoin right now just because it broke out of the triangle pattern, right? You have to wait for a retest of this level, because this could just be a fake out, right? We haven't seen a retest of this previous level, right? So if price just comes back down, takes out this level here, then we're going to see a massive dump, right? So for me, you have to wait for a retest of this previous level. Otherwise, we're just not going to see this pump actually last. So we'll see what happens here in the next minute. But to be honest with you, not much is happening right now. We're just seeing a nice little pullback. Yeah, so it looks good. Yeah, if you guys did just join, essentially just waiting for sats as well, right? Because sats did the exact same thing as Bitcoin, right? Closed above this trend line. But look at this, right? We haven't had a pullback. And the reason why I'm looking at a long here for sats is because of what is happening within the network here. So the Hugh hub, which is what I explained just now, this could potentially push sats back up to these beautiful levels that we got on the chart here at 0.000056. Okay, so but the thing is, I can't take a long now because we haven't retested. Same with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's on the same exact level. So just be patient, wait for price to retest here, and then take out these highs. Then we take a long. You'd rather have confirmation than just taking a blindfold long right now, because you won't even know if this is going to play out, because it's essentially, this just could be a fake out, like I said just now. So yeah, that is pretty much what I wanted to cover today in today's session. Not much else is happening. Just expect a minor pullbacks throughout the week. But if Bitcoin does break out, break 72,500 and closes above that level on the daily time frame. So have a look here. This is the last thing I do want to cover in the session. But if Bitcoin breaks above this level here at 72,500 and essentially 71,300, then we're going to see Bitcoin look really, really strong and essentially back up to 80K to 83K. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's session. Not much else happening right now. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you guys did like the setups that I'm looking at. A lot of people are looking at the setup here for Bitcoin. I have seen Twitter, and a lot of people have drawn the exact same lines as me. So the problem is with that is when a lot of traders are doing the exact same thing, the institutions like to just take out all of these resale traders. So just wait for a retest, right? Because essentially this could just be a fake out. So we'll see what happens. But overall, looking good. Market's looking strong. And if you guys do need any assistance with trading, you can join the group that is in the Telegram. That is all of the links to my channel, to my socials, and everything is in my description. So make sure you guys do check that out. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good week. I will be live trading on Wednesday. So this session wasn't really a trading session, but I like just going over what setups I am looking at, just so you guys are aware of what I'm doing throughout the week. But on Wednesday, I will be live trading. We are going to be looking at multiple coins, and we will be taking setups. So make sure you guys do join me on Wednesday, same time. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Cheers.